Hello, Kayla. I'm here. I got another set of videos for you. I hope you enjoy, so let's get into it.
Emma, how old are you?
22.
How many units of Botox do you have?
32.
Lauren, how old are you?
24.
And how many units of Botox do you have?
I have 104. I have 40 in my masseters and 64 in my face.
Jess, how old are you?
I'm 34.
And how many units of Botox do you have?
I have 34 units.
Why do they need to have so much? It's ridiculous. It's a waste of money. It's not worth it.
Dr. Cruz, how old are you?
44.
And how many units of Botox do you have?
76.
Kyla, how old are you?
34.
And how many units of Botox do you have?
I have 28 in my face and I have 25 in each of my trapezius muscles to help with migraines.
Devaney, how old are you?
23.
And how many units of Botox do you have? 6.
Okay, so if you use it for migraine, stuff like that, that's fine in my opinion. But just to try and make yourself look younger, even though you look so much more fake, no, it's just not the way it should be.
If your wife can spend more than you make, like you need to make more monies, 150 maybe to 250,000 a year would be comfortable for sure.
How about this? You don't dig into the person's pocket and you spend your own money and see how life will actually treat you.
The more the merrier, but
300,000. Like, I guess if they made less than that, I feel like we wouldn't have the lifestyle I wanted, so I would work. Like, life's expensive.
Anywhere from 70 to 100.
At least she was willing to work. Kudos to that one.
Okay.
I would have to say 127.
$500,000.
They're all doing math in their head, but they all come up with a giant friggin' number that should not be there.
This is what you said. You said, "What's so special about me?" Most women aren't special.
Well, that's
Like,
down to your personal opinion.
No, I'm like, seriously, what do women bring in 2022 that is special?
Nothing.
Do most women have a cookbook? Do most women really know how to cater to a man? No. Are most women virgins on their wedding day? No. So what do most women bring in 2022 that is special?
But why is it all about what we can offer? Why is it always about what we can bring? What's about our values?
Because
Okay, you want all the value to come from the guy. She's trying to ask whether you can bring any value to the relationship. And this one's actually just saying generalization. What does the female society bring nowadays in comparison what the guys are needed to bring for the female to actually choose them?
I'm glad you asked, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because that's exactly the same thing that you ask from men. Okay? You guys demand a guy that is 6 feet tall, 6 figure, 6 pack. So when you are making those demands, it's okay for the men to do the same. So if you want to be able to choose, I want this, this and that, we are also allowed to choose. We want this, this and that. It's simple as that. Put in the comments if you agree with me or if you just think that I'm spitting nonsense.
He's saying it as it is.
What should a guy spend on a wedding ring?
Well, given that it's a wedding ring, that means we'd have to get to the point of getting married, and I won't even entertain a guy if he doesn't drive at least a $300,000 car. Not to mention, if we do get to that point, the ring literally has to be someone's mortgage.
Right, yeah. So you want a guy with a lot of money?
Are you f***ing kidding? If it's not Bill Gates, I'm not marrying him.
I guess it's valid.
Baby, this kitty makes more money than Bill Gates, I'll tell you that.
What are you talking about?
Of course we're gold diggers. If you don't have a car, we not linking. Of course we gold diggers. If you ain't spending no cash, you don't get none of this ass. Shake it, baby. Of course we gold diggers. If you not wearing no ice, you don't look nice.
They're just a bunch of friends doing this just for the memes, but at the same time, it's fairly accurate.
Of course we gold diggers. I like designer, not Shein. That's my girl. Yep. Of course we gold diggers. All we care about is money. Yes, baby. Of course we gold diggers. If you don't make more than 8 figures, what do you make? Yes, yes, yes.
8 figures. You're so memey.
A few months ago, I took my parents to court for having me without my permission, and I won. So the court ordered them to give me $5,000 a month to cover my basic living expenses.
How can you win something like that? It's like, oh, they gave birth to me. I didn't want to be born. How does that work? Like, they brought you into the world. The entitlement is ridiculous.
Well, they went and had that appealed. So now they don't have to give me any money. and I have to go get a job. And I'm realizing, like, I don't have any work experience or any higher education.
You gotta start somewhere, just like everyone else in the world. Sure, some people go straight into higher education, but they normally have a side job on the side to help pay those bills just to stay in school.
Nowhere's paying me $5,000 a month. So how the hell am I supposed to be able to afford my bills?
You work, just like how they're trying to tell you to get a job.
What? Don't have children if you don't want to support them.
Some people just have children for the sake of having them or to fix their relationship. There's many different reasons why this happens. But it doesn't really come down to support because, for instance, me, I was kicked out on my 18th birthday. I lived on mac and cheese even before that. I lived as poor as I possibly can be. And yet she wants $5,000 a month for doing absolutely nothing. Like, just how entitled can you be? You want an entire paycheck plus an extra just to live by your own means? No.
Serious question. Would you let a guy take you to a chain restaurant, like to Olive Garden, Red Lobster, Applebee's on the first date? Because I wouldn't. Like, I will just never reply back to you because what? Why would you take me there?
Because you mid as crap and you're not worth it. Because you got more chunk than what you do in that lip balm. Like, no, you're not worth the extra amount. You deserve Applebee's or McDonald's or whatever.
There's 6 billion men in the world and you're telling me you're choosing one that makes you pay rent?
Let's cut the cap, shall we? There are 6 billion people in the world, most of whom don't live in first world conditions. 5% of people make over 6 figures in America, and low 6 figures is no longer bougie money. Of said 5%, how many are men? How many are over 6 feet tall? How many are single? How many are under 40? And how many want committed relationships? Exactly.
This woman doesn't understand that there is more of her than the high value man she's looking for. And she's giving bad advice to other women just because she got lucky with a high value man that might leave her for another woman. And then she can do nothing about it because the man here is the one who has the ball, not her. I still don't know why these modern women give bad advice like this to other women.
Yeah, that's so true. I don't know why they do it, and they should not be doing that.
When I say everyone is insecure, everybody is insecure. We was at a bar and a man wouldn't buy me a drink, so I was like, oh, that's fine, because we were talking and he ordered drinks and didn't order me and my friend drinks, and I was like, this is rude. So I just said to the waiter, the bartender, like, add 2 double vodka and sodas onto that, and he said no. I was like,
my nigga.
Not only did she feel entitled to a drink, she felt entitled for her friend to get a drink as well.
What's wrong with you?
And then she had the balls to just order the drink anyway. Should I blame her or should I blame all the simps that made this the norm for her whole life?
That's also true. Simping for women has gotten so bad nowadays, especially with all the online sites. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with both. And she looks cartoonish, but I bet she thinks she a baddie. I'm sure once she put all her fake up on, she looks somewhat impressive. But yeah, most of these chicks are mid. I wonder if they had to walk around all day with their real face, would they be as arrogant and entitled?
Oh, I think we both know the answer to
that. Gotta love the ending clip on that. But yeah, it does sound like he pretty much labeled everything, and the fact how women always want to have so much makeup and everything else on. It makes you wonder on how mid some of these women actually are when they're hiding their face as much as they do. It's just not good.
How much should a guy earn for you to date him? Over 500K, close to $1 million. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna say yes. Do you hear me?
You're as fat as can be.
How much should a guy pay for the engagement ring? He needs to pay again. 500. He gets paid every year. 500. He saves that towards the ring. If he doesn't, he's gonna get a gonna know and it's gonna be embarrassing.
It might be more embarrassing asking someone like this to marry him. That might be more embarrassing.
I completely agree. Because that one broad, ooh, that's just bad on the eyes.
Social security, right? I came to America with nothing, with $2,000 and a 6-year-old son. And I saw, when I walked down the street, I saw so many homelesses, and I said, you know what? These homelesses have social security. I had to work my ass off to get my social security. When you have a social security, this country give you a lot of benefit. You have free medical care, you get free education.
No, well, education depends on where you go. But a lot of medical care, you actually need to pay for out of your pocket. But there is actually some that does allow free.
You get books, you get help with food, you get everything. If you're smart and you think out of the box and researching, when you have a social security and you have American passport, you can make a lot of money. The problem, the majority of people and women, especially in this country, are entitled, prostitute mentality, want to find a man that pay for everything. They lazy, they rather lay on their stomach and have and take money from that than to go. When I didn't have money, I went and cleaned Airbnb houses. And you know what? I'm proud of myself for that.
Yeah, she's preaching. She knows what she's talking about. She lived through it. She did what was right. She made her way in the world. This is how majority of the people should be nowadays.
What's good money?
Pull up your account.
My phone is dead.
Okay.
What is good?
Until you can pull up your account, then...
Well, give us an idea. Why does it have to be about me? Is a couple million enough?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Like nowadays, the market is so inflated that to get a 31-year-old girl.
You know what's funny though?
You need to have like nowadays, the market is so inflated that to get a 31-year-old girl.
You know what's funny though?
You need to have multi-million dollars like to get a ran through 31-year-old like sweatpants Birkin bag. You need to have multiple M's in the bank.
I know.
That's insane.
You can't just be funny and have a fucking 8-inch hammer anymore.
What the
Funny with an 8-inch hammer. Good line throw in there, but the way that these guys are going off, she's just completely stunned and baffled. She doesn't even know what to say on how they're going about this.
Hold on. Do you hate women?
No. I love women.
Are you sure?
I do. I love women.
What's your relationship like with your
I
mom?
have a great relationship with my mom.
Really? She hugged you and shit when you were little?
I was just talking to her right before this. Like right before I walked in, I was.
Why do you find that so hard to believe?
I'm feeling a little anger, misogyny.
Oh, don't you dare say that word.
They always misuse using that word, but they always want to use it for some reason.
You really want to end right now?
Yeah, no, that's not the way that goes.
You can't expect us to be wifey material for someone that doesn't deserve it.
Automatically wrong.
Okay, so you expect me to give my all and give my best to
I
someone?
expect you to appreciate the men that built the world around you, that allow you to be able to live in a first world country. The entitlement you guys have. So entitled. In college today, the average man sitting in college with a woman knows that that woman wants a man making 6 figures. They can't even date because today young women don't want men who are making average money. The men you typically date are older and have money.
Yeah.
You want everything. You don't know what the world costs. And that is why most women cannot respect men. Gentlemen, act accordingly. Treat them equal if they want to be treated equal.
I completely agree, and that's the way I have been saying it. To me, everyone is equal. Everyone's just a person. Whether they got feminine parts or male parts, it doesn't really matter. Because everyone's the same. Everyone can work. Everyone can do the exact same type of job. That's all if they choose to.
But there's something to be said about age and experience, life experience. A lot happens in your 20s, and things level out.
Getting
when you
ran
get
through
older.
in baggage and trauma. Men don't want that.
We don't like
Men don't want that in a partner.
Then why aren't they wifing us early? Why are they running around town? Like, if they don't want us ran through in baggage and trauma, why are they they're waiting till, how are we so at 20 I should be looking for 40-year-olds that are ready to settle? I don't know how to
not necessarily.
I don't know how it sounds like just a losing battle all around if you look at it as all the responsibilities.
But
on
it depends on if you're a wife. All wives are found, always. If you're 20 years old and you're a wife, you're going to be found, period, in a story. Always. If
you're a wife, you will be found. That does not give much information. She wanted more than just what he said. Well, that was the end of the video. I hope you like it. So like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.